Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've put together this really nice smoky eye, dewy skin with a lovely nude lip together. I know it's been a little while since I filmed anything. There's a lot that's been going on in my personal life, and work has just been really hectic and taken over. I've actually not had the chance to film anything, but I'm sort of back and I want to film more tutorials for you guys, ranging around makeup and skincare. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's jump straight into this tutorial. So I'm going to start off with priming, which I'm going to use the Mercier foundation primer in Radiance, which looks a little like that. Just taking some on the tip of my finger there, I'm just going to apply onto, well, pretty much all over my face, so it gives it a nice sort of radiant glow. I've been using this primer for a little while now, and I feel like I finally found something that works other than the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer, which is great. So just sort of massaging that in, make sure it's well blended into my skin. Once we've done that, I'm going to apply some foundation. Beauty blender, I'm going to apply the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in 6.25. Looks like that. I'm going to apply that onto my beauty blender and then start blending that in. Spread that around to my face. And start blending that in. Bouncing that and stippling it into my face and sort of get a nice radiant but luminous finish. And spot conceal certain areas where have been slightly problematic for me. So recently I've been breaking out a bit. I've got, well, an acne scar there that's been there since November and hasn't gone. I've got some of my chin hair that aren't going, but I'm starting to use certain range of skincare that's really helping and sort of bringing those blemishes down as well. Obviously I'll do a different video soon, sort of just talking about my skincare regime. So what I'm going to use is the Giorgio Armani. It's the High Precision Retouch Concealer in 3.5. I'm going to conceal. So I'm going to add this to, so under my eyes, I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. On an everyday basis, I only just do around sort of hair and don't really drag it down much, but I'm going to drag it down a little bit there. And then the same on the other side. Just bring it down a little bit, and then I'm going to do sort of centre of my forehead. Slightly bring that down to my nose a bit. Only sort of applying a little bit and not a lot. A little bit on the Cupid's bow, a bit on the chin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spot conceal my problem areas. So I'm just going to pop it there. And then I'm going to pop it over here just to get some extra coverage. And that is pretty much it. I mean, those are my problem areas. So now I'm just going to take my beauty blender. I'm going to take that in. And seriously just blend away. I'm going to drag that down just to give that sort of heightened area to my cheekbone. And same on the other eye. I mean, this concealer is pretty much lightweight. It isn't very heavy. You can build up the coverage, but it doesn't, crease like other concealers. It's very sort of a liquid base. So I mean, I prefer more liquid to creamy thick consistency, because I find they crease up a lot and then it just causes a lot of dryness underneath my eyes really. So I'm just going to bounce it in here to cover that spot. Just going to sort of blend that in there, and my Cupid's bow, which I've forgotten to do, and then I'm just going to press it in one place, and this basically will stop the product from moving around, so it'll provide that coverage around that problem area. And then same there. Sort of prime that area. I find this concealer sets that area, doesn't really budge, doesn't crease once I've applied some powder over it. So I'm just going to apply that to my lid, take it up to my brow. And then with a beauty blender, I'm going to blend that in. I'm being a bit lazy, but it's just really quick and easy for me to do. And yeah, I guess it's just less time consuming. So I'm just going to blend that in. It also gives it a really nice sort of sheen to it as well, which I really like. I use my Bobbi Brown, I think it's a combination concealer palette. I'm basically just going to use, which you can see I'm hitting the pan there, I'm just going to use the yellow toned powder to set those areas. So I'm just going to tap off any excess and just set away. I mean, I do like this powder. I think I much prefer the Laura Mercier loose translucent powder, as it sort of sets the area and doesn't crease. I was using this concealer with it previously, and I just found that it dried up the under eye area, and anywhere that I highlighted seriously dried up and it started to crease a lot, so I just felt like it wasn't sort of working for me. So I'm just going to set it there. I'm going to set the centre of my forehead, down my nose, and then just lightly sort of set the areas that I spot concealed. And next I'm just going to take a sort of a good amount and blend away on my eyelid and bring it up to my brow bone. So I've zoomed you in. I'm gonna start using my Urban Decay Naked Ultimates Basics palette. I know that I haven't actually used this in a tutorial, well, in the past year, because I haven't really filmed much, or at all. So I'm gonna take a combination of Faith and Lockout on the brush that comes with the palette. And then I am going to start off with just a little bit and sort of build it up. So I'm just going to tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start blending straight into my crease. So make sure you guys get a good view of this. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush, which this is a Harry Potter set that I got off Facebook. It's really good. It's fluffy, it's soft, you know, the bristles aren't very hard, so it blends really nicely. So I'm just going to take this and blend in the crease area. So I don't want it to look harsh. I want it to look as blended as possible and seamless, I suppose. And I guess that's one of my favourite words that I use in a tutorial quite a lot. So I'm just going to blend this side. So I guess because this look is kind of a smoky look, I'm going to pick up from the same palette, I'm going to pick up Lethal, just a little bit, because, sorry, I'm recovering from a chest infection at the moment, and I might sound really bunged up. I'm just going to pick up a little bit because it is a very pigmented colour, and I'm going to apply with that same brush, I'm just going to apply that onto my lid. And kind of take it in towards the inner corner and the outer, and then I'm just going to pick up a little bit more. As you can see, it's very, very pigmented. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and then I'm going to blend away. So just pick up a little bit more, tapping off any excess to prevent any fallout. Bring it up to the crease to sort of meet the area that the transition colour that we put on first, and then just pick up a little bit more. So I'm going to take that same clean blending brush, and I am going to sort of blend the edges and sort of soften the look, and sort of, I guess I'll sort of just meet, what I'm trying to do is just blend it together so the lid colour meets the transition colour, and it doesn't look so harsh. And the same on the other edge. The other eye, not the other edge, sorry guys. I don't know where my brain is today. I don't know why my words are not coming out right, but... So, taking the brush that comes with the palette, I'm going to use the pencil brush here. I'm just going to pick up a bit of Faith and Look Out. I'm sorry if I keep looking down, guys. I'm just looking at the palette to make sure I'm picking out the right colour. And then I am literally just going to blend that. Just got to pick up my mirror a little bit to my bottom lash line and connect that here. And then do the same with the other eye. Bring it in a little bit. And then I'm just going to blend it away with this side. Taking my trusty and most favourite eyeliner, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Ink eyeliner in 10 Charcoal Black, and it's in matte. Looks like this. Just move my mirror a little bit closer up to me. I do have the tendency, I do have the tendency, guys, to sort of put my head down and look into my mirror, but I'll try to keep that controlled so you guys can see what I am doing. So I'll move my mirror a little bit back. So, just typed off. I just brushed off a little bit. You can see that I'm so out of touch with filming because it's been such a long time. What I do is I stretch my eye a little bit, and then I sort of just draw the wing out a bit like that, and then I bring it back like that, and then I sort of connect. Zooming you guys in a bit better so you can see better, I'm just going to connect that to there. So I like to do my eyeliner sort of stopping there. Now I'm just going to fill in this area here. And voila! Let's move on to the other eye. So just doing the same, making sure that my mirror is in place and I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to lift my mirror up a little bit more so I can see and you guys can see. Look to there. Bring it up. And then I like to bring it back like that, and take your time, guys, don't rush it. You want to make sure it's both wings are looking the same, and you kind of just want to make sure the shape is the same too. And I keep getting eyeliner on my finger, which is really nice. I'm trying to make sure it's not on my face. And then I'm just going to bring it back. I'm so sorry if it keeps going out of focus. So it looks like that, and then I'm just going to start filling in the wing. If you guys want to see sort of an up-to-date eyeliner tutorial, just sort of comment below and let me know and I'll film one. I think it's been a little while since it's definitely been a little while since I filmed anything like that, so I guess it'd be good for you guys to sort of see how I have changed how I do my wing liners. And of course it has changed. It has changed quite a lot. So eyelashes curled, and I'm sorry, I literally just said, and I'm going to apply my eyelashes, and I'm not applying any falsies for this look. I've tried to keep it as sorry guys, as natural as possible. So I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat lashes first, and I've curled my lashes off camera, and I'm going to apply, sort of tilting my head up again, I'm going to apply the first coat with this, just to sort of give it the length that I want. And then do the same on the other eyelash, or other eye. If you get any fallout, just once you've applied this coat, just brush it off with a little fluff. I'm going to take my NARS Laguna bronzer, oh, wrong way, which I'm again almost hitting pan on. I'm just going to take a bit on my MAC, and I won't even know what brush it is. 129, I think. I have no idea, but it's pretty old and the numbers have chipped off of there. I'm just going to take a very good amount, tap off any excess. What is wrong with me today? And then I'm just going to brush that upwards onto my cheekbones. And then I'm just going to do the same on the other side. I just love this. I mean, because of my camera and the light I've got on, it may seem really bright and my face may seem pretty white or fair, which I am quite fair skinned, but it's just the lighting, I promise. It gives it a really nice bronzy glow, so I might just dim that light a little bit, because the lighting of where I'm sat isn't the best, so I need the extra light. And you can probably see that we've got our room done since my last video. So we've had our wardrobes done, and the room just looks so complete now, which is great. No more suitcases behind me or anything like that, so which is fab. And I'm just going to pop this onto my forehead, so around the perimeters, and then sort of bring that down, connecting back to my cheekbones, and then I'm just going to bronze my contour, if you must, my jawline, and I'm just going to brush that down. So this will just create more of a shadow around there and hide any double chins that you have. I have no idea what's wrong with me today, and my words aren't coming out right at all, and it's so annoying. So I'm just going to blend this downwards, and if you can probably see now that I have a bit of a shadow there, and no longer so sorting the lighting out a bit. Hopefully now it's not too bright. Again, I probably look a lot fairer due to light because of the lighting. But moving on to blush, I'm going to use a NARS liquid blush in Orgasm. It looks like this. Absolutely love this. I ordered it in December and it's just been my favourite since. So just gonna, I need to get the sort of the other applicator where I can just, you know, put it on, but at the moment I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna apply a bit there, and then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to sort of smile so I can see the apples on my cheek, and I'm going to blend that in and blend it into my bronzer. I'm really loving liquid blushes at the moment, liquid and cream blushes. It's just the best. I've always been into it. I suppose I always prefer them to powder blushes because it gives more of a sheen. And then I can see that I have sort of blended it too high up here, so I'm just going to the concealer side. I'm just going to sort of dab that bit there and then there. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I really hope that my camera does not die by the time I finish this video. I hope it lasts. I don't have to sort of hold on filming. So just applying a little bit there. And again, I'm going to smile to see the apple of my cheeks. And I'm going to blend that in and blend it into my bronzer so it all seems seamless. Oh, look how great that looks! It gives it such a nice little highlight to the apples of your cheeks, as opposed to, you know, just powder. Now, moving on to highlight, and I've always used powders for a very long time as a highlighter, but most recently, and I believe I bought this in Jan, and it came out last year. You guys probably know how much I love my Charlotte Tilbury products because it's all I ever use, it's all I ever rave on about, but I really wanted to try her Hollywood collection, so I bought the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand highlighter in, I think it's light, yep, it is light. It looks like this, which is really great. I mean, it's just really love creamy products right now. So you just twist it aside and sort of squeeze it a little bit like that, and I'm just going to apply like that onto my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, bit of my chin there, on the tip of my nose, and a little bit on the bridge hair, and then I'm going to apply it to the sides of my brows here, basically everywhere where the natural light is going to hit my face, and a bit of the centre here. I'm just going to close it because I don't want to lose any product, and again, taking my lovely beauty blender here, a little bit dirty now because I've used it, I am going to blend it in, so using the foundation side so it all blends in seamlessly. I'm gonna, well actually the side, sorry, the pointy side, I'm gonna sort of blend that in. And what I love about using the beauty blender is it doesn't have a harsh straight line, it blends in and melts into the bronzer and blusher seamlessly. And guys, look at that, I absolutely love it, it's so great. So I'm just gonna blend the chin. It's so lovely. And the cupid's bow, and then the tip of my nose. So bring down where I applied on the bridge of my nose, and then sort of sides. And I'm just going to blend out the centre. And this is what I love about cream highlighters. It just blends away so nicely, and it doesn't look like a massive sort of patch there when you apply you know, a powder highlighter. And with this, I don't bother applying a powder highlighter on top of it because I find the sheen just lasts. Zooming you in a little bit, I just, with a wet wipe, sort of scrubbed down my lip again. I did it before the video started, I just done it again so it's nice and soft. I am going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Pillowtalk lipstick. Looks like that. Almost finished now. I need to get more. I'm just going to apply this on. So I'm not going to apply the lip liner or anything. I'm just going to apply it on its own. I feel like with the dark eyes, a nude lip is always the best and it's always perfect. And I keep finding that rather than looking into the camera, I keep looking into my screen, which is pretty bad. So it looks like I'm not actually having direct eye contact with you guys. I'm sorry. It's such a bad habit. But I should really start focusing on looking straight into the camera. So without any delay, and me just talking away, I'm gonna apply the lipstick. So I'm just going to flip my mirror over and apply away, and it goes on so creamy. Oh, it's like applying butter to your lip. It's just so soft. So guys, this is the finished look. It doesn't take very long to sort of get it together. You can get it in, you can do the whole look within 15 minutes, which is really great. But yeah, and this is yesterday's hair. I just washed it and sort of curled it on my straightener. I haven't touched it up today. I've just literally taken it out on my hairband and ran my fingers through it to sort of smooth it out and smooth out any sort of kinks, and I guarantee